about a little bit earlier, yet another secret recording of a CNN employee, this time just hostile against viewers, voters, administration. Bill, there's just no excusing it, and I think you said that already.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you shouldn't be attacking voters. That's inexcusable, but let's face it, both sides get into this. And one of the things that I will say that I liked recently coming out of Washington was that people need to start to tone all of this down. The president needs to tone down his tweets. We might need to tone down once in a while, but everyone needs a little level of civility. I feel we're really civil with each other. Yeah, we make our arguments, but we don't insult each other. And I think we can all agree that both sides can be very insulting to one another. And I think sometimes there's personal attacks on individuals, and we need to sort of get away from that. So you should not be castigating voters. You should be celebrating voters. We should be encouraging voters in the United States to vote, whether you vote Republican or Democrat or independent. That's what we should be doing, and I agree with that.
Okay, good. We're in agreement on something. Can
yes.
it be?
Oh my gosh, there might be an earthquake on the San Andreas Fault at any moment. Hang on, everyone.
But seriously, the first thing I learned as a reporter was viewer benefit, right? I worked for a major broadcast network affiliate, and I've worked for several affiliates, all the alphabet networks I've worked for. But that's the first thing I learned. It was viewer benefit.
Right.
You talk about the things that help the viewer, and you know, their voters too. You know?
Right.
And you do not ever castigate the viewer. You don't talk bad about them, and they're your bread and butter. And if you're saying that they're stupid as the S word, then you lose them.
But now I do.
Who's going to be watching CNN now if they think that the people behind the scenes think they're a bunch of idiots?
And I agree with you on that, but I think we also have to agree that there has to be a more civil tone from the press secretaries at the White House. You have
Sarah Huckabee Sanders,
she is so incompetent. She is the most incompetent person I've ever seen. A press agent. Oh, please.
She has backed them up quite a,
the first person, and you talk about fairness, the first person she called on the other day was someone from Breitbart. And we know that Breitbart is in the White House. Come on, you picked this most conservative person.
Should Huffington Post be?
Well,
because they are as left as Breitbart is right. And you know what? Breitbart
how about pick CBS or NBC to ask the first question? Because CBS and NBC, because they're boring and they're not taking sides.
Breitbart is boring?
We can all agree that Breitbart is to the right. They're like neo-Nazi. And we know that MSNBC is to the left. CNN doesn't know what it is anymore. And so we have CBS and NBC. Boring. But let them ask the first question. Because it would be fair. And Sarah Huckabee, oh my God. She comes from a dynasty of, let's face it, oh my, come on, out to lunch.
You know
Mike Huckabee.
Mike Huckabee
he's a sad
brilliant.
Excuse for a human being.
He is
just a sad excuse.
Is just as brilliant. Otherwise,
she looks like a deer in headlights. She'll start a press conference, she gets panicked, and she stops it and runs out. And then there's Sean Spicer hiding in the bushes with Melissa McCarthy. Oh, he hid in the bushes. Oh my gosh, come on.
Whatever.
It's real news.
Okay, that is fake news, what you just
Who's
told
in the
me.
bushes with Sean?
Nobody. He was never in the bushes.
Oh my gosh.
You guys just make up so much crap. It's not even funny.
We do not make up crap. We don't. The president makes up stuff.
But I agree with you that it is time to get back to real news.
Real news.
Time to, you know, cover the president and the White House and the awesome things that they're doing. The news media is missing out on so many great stories because all you guys want to do is try to prove this.
But I'm lost. All the awesome things, what are they?
The Cubs were at the White House because they won the World Series. But why isn't the media covering that?
But how about serious issues, though? How about serious issues? We have homeless people in the United States. We have a very serious threat. I don't. I don't think he's working on anything but his golf game. He's been at Mar-a-Lago every weekend. He's always at Mar-a-Lago. He's playing golf.
Because the White House is bugged. Why would I want to work there?
Oh my gosh. But he's always going to.
Bugged?
No, the White House was not bugged. And it was shown that it was not bugged. And in fact, he retracted that statement that he had any tapes. And
no, that was Trump Tower. And it was proven that Trump Tower was bugged. You know why it was proven?
He is insane.
There's an investigation going on right now about the unmasking of President Trump's transition team and other
You mean Russian agents who work on the behest of the President of the United States, like Carter Page, who is going to go to jail, like Mr. Ryan, who's an agent of the Russian government, who will go to jail. The question is, did the President know of their activities?
Is John Podesta a Russian agent?
No, But if
got $35 million from the Russians.
I don't really buy that at all.
True.
I do not buy that at all. I don't buy that at all.
Stuff.
But if he did something wrong, they should all go to jail. No one should be taking money from the Russian government.
Okay, let me ask
the
you a
Russian
question
government
about
is a threat to the United States. They're destabilizing
Let me
Eastern
ask
Europe.
you- let-
They're destabilizing Western Europe. They tried to attack the French elections. The French had none of it, unlike the United States of America.
Let me ask you a question, okay?
Yeah.
Did the Obama administration try to have a reset with the Russians?
Did the Obama administration try to have a reset? In what sense?
Hillary Clinton reset button?
I don't think so.
Yes,
I do not believe
happened.
so.
Okay,
I do not believe so. I don't believe so. No, they
Bill,
didn't.
You
know
need
what?
to read more.
President
You need to
Obama,
get out
I
more.
read a lot. I get out a lot. And anyways, I just try to
stop.
stay away from the White House because it's frightening.
Now you're going to let me talk a
Okay,
little bit, okay? All
I'll
right.
let you talk.
So, thank you. So, did Hillary Clinton give 20% of the United States uranium to the Russians? And did the Russians give Bill Clinton a multi-million-dollar speaking fee right after?
I do not believe that Hillary Clinton gave
Bill,
20% of the uranium.
More,
She did
because
not.
You know what? Even the
that
New York Times wrote about that.
That is ridiculous. She didn't have
Bill,
the authority or power to do that. That is not possible. No, she did not. Secretary of State does not have that ability.
Well, she did. If she did it,
the
then
Secretary of
she should
State
go to
does
jail
not have
right
power.
Now. She
but
should go to jail
but
right
again,
now. She didn't have that
but that
authority
doesn't
because that is exactly
excuse
what she
this
did.
president. This doesn't excuse this president
no,
and his operatives.
In his administration, agents of Russia.
They are. They are.
That
Ryan is proven to be a foreign agent, and he did not register with the government. He violated federal law.
Let me finish.
Okay.
If the president's people are agents of the Russian government, then you must concede that Hillary's people and Obama's people were agents of the Russian government.
They were not agents of the Russian people.
Far more
in fact, President Obama stood up to the Russians. The Russians hate Hillary Clinton, hate her. Putin hated her. And there were protests that broke out in Russia against Putin when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State. He holds her personally responsible. So that's the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is she's not president. He is. He's supposed to represent the American people, not the Russian people.
Now. I've heard you out. Is there or is there not video of Obama on a hot mic saying, give me some flexibility, Mr. President Medvedev, until after the 2012 election, and then I will be able to have, be able to do more. And Medvedev said, I'll pass that on to Vladimir Putin. So who's closer to Vladimir Putin? Okay?
Donald Trump.
No.
Definitely Donald Trump. Definitely Donald Trump. And Trump said he had never spent time with Putin, and he did. And then later he said, did he lie in the beginning, or did he lie the second time? When he said, I did spend time with Putin.
Here's exactly what has happened during this interview, okay? Let me break this down for you. You have said over and over and over again, the Russians, Trump is with the Russians, his administration, his people, blah, blah, blah. You've just said it. And I have given to you over and over and over again evidence of how the other side is much closer to Russia. I've talked about videos.
They're not
closer. I've talked about...
but if that's true,
if
that's true, go after both of them. Prosecute
evidence.
Everybody. I'm in favor. If there's evidence that Hillary Clinton did everything, prosecute everybody. But
I love it. We're going to end right there.
Prosecuted.
That's what we're going to end on.
He won't be impeached, though. I think he'll resign in a fit in the middle of the night.
Not at
all. He'll have
all.
some kind of a brain aneurysm.
He's not a quitter.
And he'll
He's
quit.
not a quitter. He's a winner. All right. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
All right.
Always a pleasure. I love you.
I love you, too. We're like family.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm thrilled.
It's always fun. Listen, I know that there can be integrity in news. I have been in newsrooms and working in news pretty much my entire adult life. And I've always said that television is extremely powerful. It really, really is. Reporters, anchors, producers, talk show hosts, all of those folks, they can use their powers for good to help others or for evil, the love of money. Money in and of itself isn't bad. It's the love of money that corrupts people. I understand that ratings mean money to pay salaries and keep people working. I get it. And that's what those folks in those videos in Project Veritas were talking about. But what good are high ratings if you lose your soul in the process? So hey, fellow TV people, let's use our powers for good, okay? That's it for this show. Thanks to Bill Hackett for joining me on Tammy's Take, crossroads of politics and pop culture. I'm Tami DeVine. This is my take. Take it or leave it. I hope you'll take it to heart. Don't forget to check out our other Crown City Network shows on crowncitynews.com or crowncitynetwork.com and on the major social media platforms. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Thanks to the crew and to our sponsors. See you next time.